And so what are they on this?
Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's really bad.
How bad?
Well, I just bought a Mercedes.
I'm about $180,000 in debt.
All right, we've got a couple regretting their EV purchase. A woman trying to blame a dealership for something she did. Another woman with 3 previous repos. And someone sitting on $180,000 of debt. It's a rough one.
Ford Mach-E?
Yeah, because his wife is buried in this thing. They said they should have leased it, but
They bought it.
I told them, us as a dealership, we give you that information. I'm assuming they didn't tell you how this market usually plays out.
You never know. They might have. We've had a few people that have insisted on buying electric cars despite our pleading that they not. So this has got a bad Carfax. And so what are they on this?
Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's really bad.
How bad? This doesn't even have all-wheel drive?
Knocked off like a bunch for that.
Yeah, $1,500.
I think a lot of people jumped into EVs quickly because it was new tech. They were different. They felt exciting. It's the same thing that happens every time something shiny hits the market. But the range wasn't what they thought. The charging wasn't as convenient as they hoped. And the resale value fell harder than anyone expected.
Current payoff, and this is what he gave me. We still have to pull it, but about 48 grand.
So he's like 31 grand upside down?
Yeah, they know they're 30K flip. They know it's a nightmare. But then I just reached out to him over the weekend and just said, hey, I don't know if you guys have thought about it lately, but with this promotion ending, I'd love to just give it another shot, see if it's something that works for you guys. So we're looking at potentially burying it into that EQE. I think they're going to just be willing to accept that their payment's going to go at least near $1,500 minimum. I guess it's just the best we could do on the appraisal and then go from there.
$31,000 upside down on their Mach-E. And the solution is going to be to jump into another car with even higher monthly payments. How does that fix anything? If you're already buried in negative equity, the last thing you should be doing is signing up for another, even higher monthly car payment. Too many people push this as a solution, and it is the worst idea. And no, it does not make any sense.
What'd you run over?
I didn't run over anything, Dan. When I was taking my friend home last night, we were on the highway.
Yeah.
We heard a scraping noise. There was a white rod hanging out underneath the car, but I didn't run over anything at all. So
Okay.
you think this is going on because I ran over something?
Well, something's caught, something was drugged, and you've got something hanging down now. You sent me the picture, I looked at it. It doesn't look like it's part of the car that's falling apart. If you take a better picture, maybe I can kind of pinpoint what that could be, but...
Well, it's connected to the car, Dan, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to have my mechanic to look at it.
Okay.
But in terms of the key fob,
Yes.
needing a battery already, that's not really normal. I have 2 lawyers in my family. If I have something further going on with this car, you will be hearing from me.
I really don't understand how this
It sounds to me like there might be a little regret with the purchase. It's pretty obvious she ran over something and now needs someone to blame. Because that's how it goes. Nobody wants to take any responsibility for what they do. It's always the dealership, the lender, the salesperson, never the person who was actually behind the wheel.
Long story short, customer is upset. They bought a car and the battery of the remote dies, and then they run over something or they pick up a rod or some rod is hanging down. I've got this unusual picture. They've got this coming down from their car and they're talking about dishonesty, and this sucks because you work so hard to earn their trust. We work hard to make sure our word is our bond, and we call to try to just, smoothen things out. But maybe my customer service skills need to be a little bit better.
I've dealt with so many customers like this in the past. The first minute you speak with them, you know it's going to be a problem. And you know what they are looking for. Money, a discount. They will do and say just about anything to get it. Doctors, lawyers, police officers, it was everyone. Dishonest, willing to lie, cheat, and steal to get what they want.
Well, I just had a customer in and she came in and told us that she wanted to pay off a car in 3 months. Well, generally when people tell you that, that means they got a lot of money saved up and they don't want to finance it very long. So I thought I just had the easiest deal possible. I go and check her credit, 3 repos. In 3 repos, that didn't kick the deal. I could still get it done, but I just needed $2,000 down. So we tell her that we need $2,000 down, and the very first thing out of her mouth is, I'm not paying that for that car. She was looking at a 2019 Ford Fusion. I think we got it priced at right at $9 grand or something like that.
3 repos. You can't make payments 3 different times, but you expect 0 down like a VIP customer. Come on, the bank shouldn't even be considering her. When someone has 3 repos, lenders don't see a customer. They see a risk, and who could blame them? They've already proven 3 times that making payments is optional in their world.
But the very first word out of her mouth was, I'm not paying that for that car. And I didn't say this to her, but I wanted to. Yeah, you're right. You're not buying the car for that. You're not buying any car, actually. And let me say it again, I did not tell her that. In my head, I was just thinking, you have 3 repos. Think about this. You've had 3 chances to pay a bank back the money that they lent you, and you went 0 for 3. They're going to give you a fourth chance, and they're asking for 20% down. And she didn't have the $2,000 down.
Of course, she didn't have $2,000. She has no intention of paying for the car. She's just looking for a free one. Get the car, drive it as long as she can, make 0 payments, and just let it get repoed. This isn't someone who is worrying about another repo. It's someone that's planning on it.
You guys are making well beyond what anyone in their wildest dreams makes. And yet you guys have more than $250,000 in debt, 100 of it student loans, which has provided a return on investment. Sure,
Not
cars,
really,
but then... Well, what do you mean?
It took me 10 years to get an undergraduate degree, but nothing.
A little, maybe a little on the spectrum.
You guys make what, 350?
Roughly 350, yeah.
Like
Right.
you make 5.
Yeah.
We like nice things.
Every time I meet people that make a ton of money, they're in worse financial situations than those who are broke.
What's interesting is they actually have an amazing income, but their debt is just piled up. You'd assume they'd be ahead, but they're in a worse position than people making way less. It just goes to show high income doesn't protect you from bad decisions. You'd think a big paycheck solves everything, but if your spending is bigger than your income, it doesn't matter how good it looks on paper.
Hi there. Let's talk about this number right here. This is how much debt I have. I'm about $180,000 in debt from both federal and private student loans, my car loan, credit cards. That is all of my debt. I am 24 years old. I have a bachelor degree, so not even a master's. I have 1 minor, no focus in my major, as well as an honors degree, which did require some extra credits. So that is where this number is coming from.
She's only 24 and already $188,000 in debt. How do you even get that deep that fast? Most people that age are trying to figure out how to afford groceries. And this person is walking around with numbers that look like a mortgage. With her being that young, I hope she fully understands how bad that debt really is. Because at that age, I had no idea.
This is on top of the little amount of scholarships that I was awarded, so money I didn't have to pay back. This is everything I owe. Everything I owe. I came out of college in June of 2024, and I did not look at the debt that I was accruing. I took out loans as I needed them each year for college, and I didn't really think about what the percentages meant because I was never taught financial literacy. I didn't think about what the realistic number was going to be that I would have to owe each month on these loans, and they are astronomical, I will say. Sally Mae, which is my private loan creditor, wants $1,800 a month from me.
$1,800 a month, that is a massive payment for anyone, never mind somebody her age. That kind of number takes over basically your whole budget. You're not saving, you're not moving out, you're not getting ahead. You're basically working just to keep that loan under control.
That's just Sally Mae. I am right now in a grace period for 12 months where I only have to pay $1,033 to Sally Mae. I would not be able to afford the $1,800 a month if I wasn't able to get it down for 12 months. I don't know what I'm going to do in 11 months, but this is just me talking about it. On top of that, I owe about $287 to the federal government per month. That's not changing. And I owe $202 for my car payment, and that's not even including the $150 or $60 that I owe each month for the car insurance or my credit card payments. That doesn't include any of that. So, alone, Sally Mae wants $1,800 from me.
It's crazy because people go to school to try to get ahead in life, but a lot of them end up further behind than when they started. The whole point is to create an opportunity, not to bury yourself in debt before you even get a chance to start. But that's what's happening. And I've met quite a few. They have great degrees and went into major debt for it and can't find a good job in their field. Or they have completely useless degrees, which is happening a lot more lately.
How much debt do you have?
A lot.
Can you give us a number, a ballpark?
Probably like 90.
90,000 total.
Total.
Break it down. What kind of debt do you have?
Student loans, and then a car. That's technically a debt.
Yeah. How much left on the car loan?
Well, I just bought a Mercedes, so it's a lot.
Another one in a massive amount of debt because she needed a Mercedes. $90,000 of debt. There's no quick fix to that. That's going to be budgeting, making sacrifices, and actually sticking to a plan. It's going to take real work to dig out of something like that. But she doesn't seem to be worried about it at all.
How much debt do you currently have total?
Probably like 80,000 in student loans.
All student loans?
Yeah.
No car payment, no credit card debt, none of that?
No, that's my parents.
How about you? How much debt do you have?
I feel like maybe like 40,000. I don't know.
You just feel like is there? You're just like, I'm vibing.
Whatever I have from school is it. But I'm in grad school right now, so it's like a lot more now.
Are you adding to it currently?
Yeah.
But everything's student loans. No car payment, no credit card, nothing else.
Well, I lease my car, so I don't know how that works.
Oh, that's debt. They'll tell you.
I feel like it's fine.
What's the payment on the lease?
Like $500 a month.
This is a nice car. What is this car?
The Bronco.
Oh my goodness, the Bronco. How long do you think it'll take to pay off 80 grand in student loans?
A lot of these people just seem to be clueless when it comes to spending and debt. The money goes out, the balances go up, and nobody seems to be worried. They're making these huge financial mistakes, and it's whatever. No stress, no worries, I'll just figure it out later. There's a pattern here. Terrible spending habits, massive debt, and zero urgency to change anything. No budgeting, no planning, just spending and hoping it works out somehow.
Ohio.
Like 2 years? 10 years?
Depends who you marry.
She has a point. Are you stressed out about the debt right now?
Well, I'm in Nashville, so not currently, but like, yeah, it's in the back of my
Once
head.
reality hits?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, I should be, but I don't stress about that stuff. Like, money comes back around. It's like sleep, you know?
So both of your plan is to marry rich.
Yes, that's always been my plan.
What if that's the guy's plan too?
That we're not meant to be.
What are you doing about this debt?
Nothing.
You're just making the minimum payments?
Well, student loans, I put in deferment, and they haven't told me like to start paying back on it, so it don't get paid. But
so
I paid my car.
So you haven't made any student loan payments. How long has this been on deferment?
Years. I'm 37.
Isn't it racking up interest every day?
Don't tell nobody.
Those women might have a surprise when no men want to marry them because of that debt. I can't imagine there'd be many that want to deal with someone that irresponsible. They act like that's the plan. Don't worry about the debt, my future husband will handle it. It's not a budget, that's a fantasy. If you've got huge debt, no budget, no interest in changing anything, that's a lot for someone to take on. Nobody wants to build a life with somebody who's not even trying to take control of their own. I'm going to end the video here and ask you to hit that like and subscribe button, drop a comment below. See you in the next one. Bye.